We have a passenger. This is good. This is good. Our recording is blessed for the day. We've been blessed by the Magnolia. This is Maggie. Hey, Smags. Maggie has blessed our recording with Happy Tail. We have Happy Tail, and all will be well. You gonna be on my lap? You gonna be on my lap? You're in the way of my mouse. I can't do things on my computer. You gonna show your butthole to the camera? You pervert. You pervert. She's right where my mouse is. Okay. Hi everybody. You may notice that I don't have the background up. There's a mess behind me. It's great. I did laundry just yesterday. I haven't closed my window or turned off the air conditioning or anything, or even done my whole lighting setup as I would, because this is sort of like a low seriousness video. Actually, that's not right. It's a high seriousness video, high seriousness video, but it's low in fidelity. We don't need it to be like a high quality thing, because what we're doing here is this is the part where we go back, 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 back. I haven't watched ReZero in months. Too many, a lot of them. And this was true of a couple of the shows on the channel. It was true of Gundam as well. But it's been a really long time since I've watched ReZero. And that's because we're like in the middle of this complicated arc. And it's complicated. And I don't feel like I fully understand it, which is fine. I've come to the like understanding with ReZero that sometimes there are just things that are going to slip past me, partly because of translation and partly because I'm just not clued in, and partly because the whole story hasn't been revealed to us yet. You know, we haven't finished it. To think that it's going to make sense until it all clicks together is maybe a little bit silly. But the last months have been like multiple serious illnesses, a lot of travel, a lot of being out of town and like out of where I'm at. In the last couple of videos, there were videos where I was recording over at my partner's and then back here, and overall have come to the conclusion that that doesn't work super well. And I've been just chaotically confused and overwhelmed and not doing so good in general. I'm really sorry for that, and I want to make up for it, but part of the issue with sort of coming back after a stint of depression and failure is this feeling that one of my favorite YouTubers, a person named PiP, who makes videos about attachment theory and trauma and stuff like that, talks about, is this like one of the best ways to keep yourself depressed and fucked is to pile on all of the things that you've let slide during that period and be like, great, as soon as I get back to any kind of normal, I have to accomplish all of these. All that backlog, I'm going to accomplish all that. I'm going to knock it all out. And even though I'm conscious of that, I still find myself slipping into that mentality all the time during this period. It was like, a couple weeks ago when I was down with an ear infection, I was thinking like, man, as soon as this ear infection clears up, I'm gonna like hit the ground running. I'm gonna record so many fucking videos. It's gonna be so good. And all that does is make it like a harder hurdle for me to overcome in the actual event that I get better and feel better and want to do a thing. It's like, great, now I have to do all of the things. That's dumb. So we're just taking it slowly. And I've been taking it slowly by looking at every show except ReZero for the most part, because ReZero is hard. Some people have commented that I'm not just they don't think I'm that into it, and I don't think that's the case. I think it's just hard, and I think it's hard for a specific, clear to me, personal reason, and that is that I'm in my first relationship. I'm in my first relationship, and these things are hard. I think. I don't know. My only real insights into that are like the relationships that I see amongst other people and the ones that I see in media, and especially anime. And they seem like they're hard. uh, so much of Subaru's relationship with Amelia and with the other gals has been interesting and has had ripple effects on my own perspectives on things. Has been hard enough to wrap my head around that it forces me to reform my head in order to wrap around it. It's hard. It's challenging. I like challenges. It's why I do some of this. It's why I try to investigate media and like pull blood from the stone, you know? It's why I do it. I like the challenge. But I need the capacity to be able to take on the challenge, and I haven't had that for months. I really just genuinely haven't fucking had it. I've been able to watch some silly, goofy shit and be like, oh, but I haven't been able to put into words what's going on internally. And so I feel like I'm doing a disservice to the show and to the people who want to watch it by trying to relate the inside to the outside. I feel like I'm stumbling and failing throughout it, and my own like streak of perfectionism won't allow that. So it's this whole complex of bullshit that's all me holding myself back from watching the show that I actually want to watch and finish. And there's now a full additional season that we can go and watch and finish, but we got to finish off the second season first. And we're right at the finale of it. We sort of geared up right for the finale, and then I fell apart. Um, so right here, where all these intricately woven threads of flashbacks of characters who've been living their path for like hundreds of years and are now being upset by the introduction of Subaru, all of these intricate threads have come together, and I spent like 6 months not being aware of what they were. So we got to go back. And I think we're going to go back 2 episodes. I think we're going to go back to episode 20 because I think this is where we see the Roswell background seriously. And then I think 21 is where we see like coming together toward planning and making sense of what's going on. The big emotional confrontation is between Roswell and Subaru, and I think that's in episode 20. And that's where I want to be because I think that's the purposeful framework behind the battle that's about to ensue. Yeah. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to do this just like I did Gundam last week. I fucked up and I accidentally watched an episode of Gundam that I'd already watched. And I didn't even realize it. That's how long it had been. And it was great. It seriously caught me up to Gundam. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up episode 20 of ReZero. And it's different because I know that I've seen this time. I'm not like, oh, wait, have I seen this before? I've definitely seen it. I'm going to pull up episode 20, and we're going to watch it like just like it was a normal episode with the timer and everything. Okay, we're good to go. I've got the episode for episode 20 up and ready, and I've got the subtitles that I'm supposed to use with it, and we're just going to go ahead and jump in and watch it, timer-based the way that we usually would, and see how it goes. Beep beep timer. Echidna appears to Roswell. Booping, ba-ding. Yeah, and he is entranced. I had to have made a sex joke about that the first time through, right? I had to have. There he goes. One touch. That's it, Roswell. I'm sorry. I feel bad. A whole lot. I forgot about that. We're fully away from our eyes. To be seen. To be understood. Warui Majo Dayo. My name's Roswell. I think you're pretty. Yeah, I remember this. This goes bad. Oh yeah, this goes bad. And she's the child who's of the child's. Yeah. Okay. And she's the OG, and there'll be a sacrifice. And but then this also imbues Roswell with the identity slash ideology. It's all mishmashed, right? Like he can't extract his identity from the. Okay. Exposition, exposition. Don't call out my hypocrisy. Ah. Still, there's no eyes. Oh. Yeah, vaguely, but honestly, no. I'm gonna need to watch it again. I do remember this being really cute. And then I remember shit gets fucked because a couple people show up. Hmm. Just a little bit of magic. Just fucking with you a little bit. You're just extremely lucky. Yeah. You just happen to be talented and cool and hot and interesting and have a cool life and a good family and rich and good friends. I apologize on behalf of Beatrice. They're so they're so backhanded. They're so fucking backhanded at each other. But this lighthearted conflict is perfect for accenting the real conflict that's gonna come. It's like people bickering in Vinland Saga before their village is like destroyed and slaughtered. This is as good as it gets. Ah. 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 Oh yeah. He's so like Roswell. Like our Roswell. The clownishness and the gestures garb and stuff. But the part that's confusing to me is like we don't understand the machinery behind the scenes. Like why is this guy showing up? Knowing how this will go, knowing what kind of sacrifice that is. I still haven't ever understood why it's the demi-human blood that's necessary. But not safely. Anything for the goal. Anything for the goal. It's also a psychological oh. It's restriction, trauma, walls, repression. The a sanctuary, a safe space. Huh. I haven't ever framed it like that. We sacrifice the inner child for the protection of all. I've never viewed ReZero like zoomed out like Evangelion. Like Evangelion's a metaphor for the internal world of Shinji. This works as a metaphor for internal world. Huh. Ah. Hmm. We go to do what we must. Ow. Yeah, getting absolutely whomped. Bored, bored, bored. Wah. Music's on. Nothing. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, how dare you call me out? Baki baki gucha gucha. Hello. Sa. There's a Roswellism. Yeah, it's because there's all this shit about like conversations that we don't understand. We gotta go get it done. It is time. Ooh, cold and dead eyes. A door to the place, yeah, can get there without sneaking out. Even though you don't understand. Hmm. She doesn't really understand. Beatrice doesn't. You can repay this. Hmm. Betty really doesn't understand, yeah. She means goodbye. A sanctuary to keep melancholy out? It really functions! Oh shit! We sacrifice the inner child to prevent the encroachment of violent melancholy? Kill your dreams. Create a barrier. An AT field. Yeah! Oh shit! Okay, I really like this now. This is great. これで. Mm-mm. Sorry, Betty. Hmm. The scales have weighed. Oh, I like that. We've been flat, 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 and now it weighs. It tips. Yeah, it's a pure sacrifice. The choice to choose is what I named this episode last time. Ryuzu Meiya. Hmm. What's missing there? Mm-hmm. His beliefs are unshakable. Change. Somebody commented about this and it really helped me. He disrespects people's ability to change their minds. He thinks holding on to your ideals, no matter what. He sees you as flippant. Yeah. Well, he would change that way if he realized that the methods he was using weren't. Got it. It's different. It's not about dismissing the choices that I'd been making. I need your strength. Yeah. Yeah, I love you, bro. Good speech. Now for you. Indeed, the ability to change your attitude can make it stronger. It's just the methods that are wrong. But he refuses. He digs his heels in. Mm-mm. Which is wild to say. Right, he can't loop. An ordinary person can do nothing. In the sanctuary, yeah. Yeah, it works so well metaphorically. Wow. Soda. It's core. It's core. It's core. He has to believe it. Without an ideal, without an ideal. And he's placed that ideal in Echidna. He's a fool. He's a fool who believes himself a genius. He says, "You're just like me." Because people are weak. He doesn't believe. Because if he did, he would see himself and his failure. Damn, dude. How could you learn that within a barrier? Love it. Love it. That's great. It's awesome. That's your takeaway? Oh, right. Yeah, I remember talking a bunch about that line. There's no forcing, though. Cool, 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 cool. Bakayaroga. Hi, Amelia. You wake up and find, yeah, we did it. Ah. Yeah, because you found it's Mother Fortuna. She comes out here and there's Ram. Yeah. Sorry, Ram. Yeah, and then we get an ED thing that's really pretty. Okay. Bonk. Bonk. Great. Okay, this is really solid. That's solid. I get it. I think I get it. Also, I see it in kind of a different way than I did before. There's more of a I can see like a secondary framework where I zoom out and I view the whole thing as a metaphor, which works really better for me. That works way better for me because you can explain all the inexplicable stuff by being like it's a metaphor. Makes sense. I was like, oh shit, yeah, no, it makes sense. Um, for this as a battle of ideals between Subaru and Roswell. What we've done is we've established Roswell's set of ideals and where they came from, his belief that people are weak and that salvation comes from outside, kind of. Salvation comes from the other. Powerful, interesting, very valuable idea, one that a lot of people believe. Every practicing Christian who understands the faith really effectively believes this, like fundamentally believes that humans are sinners and need something external in order to make value and meaning and forgiveness and stuff. Which is fucked up in lots of ways, but okay, it's a reasonable perspective, and it's one that like practically in the real world leads to a lot of action, leads to a lot of effective change. It's a very enabling worldview, is to forgive yourself for all your faults and then be like, but it's that other thing. All of me is super weak, but as long as I cling to this one thing and I never let it go, that's what strength means. But it's calcified. It's brittle. It locks together. You have only one way, and so if that way doesn't work, you're fucked. You have no There's no other way around it, and it's isolating. It's deeply isolating. This view that everyone else is weak means you look at everyone with contempt, and we see that bleed out toward his perspective toward Amelia and toward Subaru. It's like Amelia's all this, but she'll still end up being fucking weak and stupid because she's part of this lineage that she can't control. It's just the way it is, man. Like, hmm. This time through, this reads to me as a comprehensible worldview, like a coherent worldview that's deeply flawed. And that, I think, is right on because that's what I experience when I talk to people and start to really investigate and understand their worldview, is that a huge amount of the people that I talk to have a coherent worldview that falls completely apart as soon as you question it even a little bit from a different perspective. And I think that that's normal and very human and very much the way that people go about our lives. We charge toward what we can see and we ignore what's in our blind spot without even knowing that we're doing it. Um, and I think that's just right. I think that Roswell's inability to respect Garfield's capacity for change stands out to me here, partly because of some comments that I read that made it make sense, and partly because I think it's just a strong piece. This is cool. This is cool. You've thrown a wrench into my machinery, but how could you think that this will upset, like actually change my mind when I've been, well, Roswell's inevitably come against things that have made him question his ideology before, right? And every single time he's come across one in the last 400 years, he's doubled down and chosen the ideals that he holds so dear over whatever evidence is in front of him. For 400 years. That's a lot of precedent. So why would another thing make him change when he would have to go back and be like, so if I change my mind now, that means that every time I've believed this, for every moment of the last 400 years, I've been double wrong. Nah, maybe we won't address that. Maybe let's not consider that possibility and let's keep on going where we're going. I think this is an example of the kind of identity generation through choices and the difficulty walking that identity generation back that many, many, many people experience. You've made the choice and you've made it enough times that you not only believe it, but believe that it could not be any other way. And so when you get to the point where it finally falls apart, where it finally actually hits a wall and your framework for reality cannot cross that boundary, it just does not describe what's going on here. There's a real reckoning that has to happen there, much bigger than would be if you were more open throughout the entire process. A true dark night of the soul happens. Because you don't get to a dark night of the soul if you allow yourself to change continuously. You get to a dark night of the soul if you lock in and believe something is true, and then you come to find out later that it's not, and all the decisions that you've made under that framework have been wrong, and maybe like deeply wrong. Wow. Yeah, you spend 400 years thinking people can't change, and suddenly a dumbass who turns into a tiger changes, and you're like, well, am I wrong or are the kids wrong? And it's like, no, the kids are wrong. This fucking kid, what's going on is he's wishy-washy. He doesn't know the power of ideals. He doesn't believe hard enough. He doesn't have the faith. He doesn't have the faith. Could I be wrong? No, the kids are wrong. Perfect. Okay. Okay. I feel really solid about 20. Let's do 21. We're going to go right to it. See you in a second. Peace. Okay, it's 21 time. A beep timer for episode 21. We do have different fathers, just also other different fathers. Saikyo no, saikyo no, saikyo no. I'm not sure. It's Garf, so he might have just made it up. That's right. There's Elsa who's gonna be there. And she's gonna be murdering! And then we're gonna show up and it'll be us and Frederica and stuff. Okay, I remember what happens in this episode. I got water sprayed in my eye. It sprayed in my eye. Ow. Fuck. I'm glad we get to see this. That's really good because we so rarely get it. So I'm glad we get it here in my my rewatching thing. So clever. Patrash, best. Okay. I remember so much now. I feel so good about watching ReZero now. Ah. Yeah? Yeah. Arigato? But she's ready. Clear eyes. Hmm. But you did it. A little bit. You who determined that helping would be worth my while. I remember talking about that. And then she's gonna ask to save Roswell, right? In his despair, yeah. Hmm. God, that's such a great set of lines. I remember talking about those now. Following an aesthetic instead of the actual meaning behind it. Hmm. Deeply moved. A little bit. You're kind of creepy. You're kidding me? Oh, right. No understanding of how to be loved except to do what people expect. So much. Congrats. I thought you sucked. You choose to make it worthwhile. Huh. I remember talking about this. There it is again. Back to this. Yes. Hey. Hey. Huh? My whole worldview with one line? You missed it. You messed up. The pep talk wasn't at all what you thought it was. Yeah, or making you rely on him for his own power, or won't turn into a lie. I won't let it. I remember talking about this. I remember it being my favorite part. It's an attitude toward actions people take to you that's really valuable. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, we throw the new shit in there. The correct path. Oh, it's been going on a lot longer than that, dear. But I also don't know what we're talking about, kind of, so. Don't give it a shot. It's gonna be hard with his attitude like that. But back she goes. Yeah. More challenges for Amelia. I forgot that she was doing more trials. That's cool. So we're gonna get that in the background of the mansion fight stuff? I guess so. Quite the actress who's double crossing me. Eyes cut off. Nah. What did she mean do something about her? That was good, Fade. You weren't supposed to come here. Yeah. Damn. I've always just been allowing your fucking delusions. I don't think she's humiliated by them. うんうんうん。Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Here you've come to be my reckoning. This has been their deal the whole time, right? And so the deal is made. But Daimaho! Winter. Rabbits. No, she wants to save him. No, she wants to save him. Hmm. Hmm. Ah! 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 Paku! What's up, Puck? And now we got this battle going. And then we got the other battle we're gonna set up in a second. And we'll have two battles going, and that's where we'll end up next time that we end up watching. That's perfect. Okay, great. Great, 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 great. Battles! Eh. And imagine, and Petra, she's running, and then there's bloody people who's bloody, and knives, and guts, and sexy walks. Yeah. Oh, and Remza sleepy. Yeah, Petra. Sexy walk with blades. Shing! Oh yeah. Hmm. His name is Reinhardt. He tried. Uh, 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 uh. Love this shot. Run, Petra! Run! Betty's not here, baby. Betty's not here, baby. The little pie. You cold? Yeah. Ha! Nani? Yeah. Brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. She wants to cut your bowels out. It's what she wants to do. Ka-chang. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. It's dumb, Garf. You didn't get it. But you're strong as fuck. Good job, buddy. You did it. You did it. You got it. So smart. Such our smart boy. Big strong boy. You're so big and strong, boy. You're such a big strong boy. You're such a big strong boy, Garf. Shut the fuck up, Elsa. Shut up. Hmm. Ah, Garf. That's cute. Scooby Deep Doop. Mm-mm-mm. Don't get your guts chopped out, Garf. Just don't get your guts chopped. Oh, it's a Betty. She's sad. She's alone. Oh, she is here, isn't she? Ah. Yeah, we gotta save Betty. That's the biggest thing. Okay, we did it. We're caught back up. It makes sense. It's like this makes sense. That tracks now. It's we have a couple of powerful conversations. We have a big conversation in the last episode. We have this big conversation out in front of the thing between Amelia and Ram, and then the follow up between Amelia and Roswell that make up the majority of the episode, like by far. And we're just the same. He's trying to impose his things on you. He just gave you a pep talk when that's literally not what he did. And the part that stands out the most to me, I think, that fulfillment of the promise of effort put forth to another person. You put forth effort to another person, not knowing whether they're going to, whether it will, like, grow, whether the soil that you're watering will grow things that will be useful for you. Shouldn't matter. But then it's up to them to make it, to decide whether it's worth it, right? And anybody could say it's not worth it for you to do these nice things for me, but it's up to them. I really like it. I like the weakness and the cracks in Roswell's comprehension of reality. I like Ram's intent to like figure it out. And these multi-layered situations of like mentees trying to save their mentors from the things that they can't escape because they see through to something new now. It's like it's the rejuvenation brought about by the youth. It's like if the elder, the mentor, is of correct mind, then they're able to see and incorporate the novel experiences of the youths around them. But if not, then there has to be a reckoning. And here's the reckoning. And we get it revealed what the promise between him and Ram really was. And I'm going to change the weather. I'm going to manifest destiny. And we've got our Puck fight. We've got our Elsa fight. We've got Frederica and Garf on one side. We've got Subaru doing a psychological battle with Beatrice. We've got the magic battle between Ram and Roswell over in the place. Cool. All three happening at once with this new understanding that I sort of grapple with of like I view it exactly as it is, and as we saw it before, these are gods and witches, and Roswell's a magician guy, and the sanctuary is a sanctuary. But it also functions for me as like if we look at this as the inside of Roswell's mind since we jumped back into the past and started really investigating the sanctuary and dealing with this arc, he found hope in Echidna and eliminated distraction and pain in the sanctuary, created a place that was safe from things, but really was self-fulfilling. And like in order to try to prevent the destruction that I think is emblematized by Hector Warlock of Melancholy, Roswell takes on a lot of his aspects, becomes a lot like him, and creates a destiny that can't be escaped because of principles that he won't question. They're off limits to be questioned, and so the world organizes itself into a path that is necessary, even if it's undesirable. And our heroes in the story say, no, we decide. We choose. Cool. Cool. this is where we're going to leave it for now. I really enjoyed jumping back in and watching some extra ReZero and watching it back again so that I feel like I'm coherent and able to jump into the next episodes. And that's what we'll do next time, is jump into episode 22, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much for bearing with me as I take an immense amount of time to figure this out, and I'll see you next time as we continue on in our journey through ReZero. Much love. Peace.